let's get into it. Yeah. Blitz, you want to pull us in?
It'd be my pleasure, actually.
Please go on.
Are we live?
We are live. We are.
Hey guys, it's really good to be back with you. I can't believe it's been a week since we last played together. Is it Tuesday yet? Well, I can very happily tell you that it is. Obviously, today's episode, as we journey towards Arkenos, is sponsored by our lovely friend Planning by Prashanti. Please go and check her out on Etsy, guys. She makes fantastic personalized items for you and your friends. Share it with a friend. Maybe use it for a special occasion. The quality of the content is fantastic. She herself is amazing. We only have amazing things to say after using her service for ourselves. So please go check her out. And also, guys, a new special announcement. We would just like to clarify, after some recent backlash on Twitter, we were in fact Team Ekinsu and Davide. None of us voted for Gemma and Luca, and we are delighted by Ekinsu and Davide's victory. We just wanted to clear that up. So I think that's all from me. Anyone else?
Please go on. Guys.
No.
Oh, that's all I got.
Nice. Thank you for clearing up that Twitter drama. It's good to get the truth out there, really.
Thank you, Chan.
Awesome. Well, today we are back. We are back and hotter than ever. Last week, the party spent a bit of time mulling over a very important decision. Would they confront Elishin, who is a childhood friend of Una, and the current Oracle of Delphi, mind you, or would they just sneak away to Arkenos? I think they started to sneak away, then they were like, shit, we need to get horses, let's go ask Elishin. Ended up turning back, told her that her family died, left it very quiet that it was kind of them that did it. Some good rolls later, they got some horses, they started on their merry way. As they kind of descended down the Mount Delphi, they encountered a few harpies and a few harpy nests, which they disposed of, not necessarily as easily as they might have usually without their usual cleric dishing out those healing, but it's pretty interesting to see how things have changed.
No.
Yeah. They effectively saved the mother and a child. The father was beyond saving. And they are currently huddled in a little cave, kind of a few hours to the southeast of Mount Delphi. And these guys have been sitting under here for about 10 minutes. Lucy, don't forget to do your arcane recovery if you haven't already. Gotta remember.
Whoops.
I got
I left
you.
a note to
I know!
everything.
But it's more of a note to me, I guess. So these guys have recovered and are starting to gather their things. And at this point is when the mother kind of stirs from her slumber. She was stabilized. It took a few hours for her to come to, but she seems to be opening her eyes. How are you guys feeling? How are our boys on this fine day? After such a big fight, actually.
Weathered. Yeah, very weathered. Those harpies really. I think they fucked us up really good, didn't they? Yeah, they fucked us up so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the first fight where you weren't a cleric. Like the first proper fight, right?
Hello everyone, my name is Krimic. My DM playtested a clericless session with me with CR 55 harpies. Yeah, we got really badly fucked up. I feel quite cathartic after, we burned the nests and saved the mother especially. Krimic feels really, really good about that, but also very weary and bloody and, swirling emotions within. But he's very elated now.
Una, Oren, how are you guys doing?
Una is, I guess because everyone else has been, like, a bit useless with this baby, she's sort of trying to recover magically, relaxing, and in one arm she's just holding this baby while she's propped up against a wall, waiting for the mum to wake up. A little bit spooked, I guess, by what just transpired and the fact that they're gonna struggle without without a cleric. I guess Una's mind starts racing towards different paths she can take to try and mitigate that. So more protective spells, more potions that need to be bought, more, I guess, in a way, she needs to be a bit more ruthless. This is what she thinks anyway. She needs to be a bit more ruthless, try and dispatch enemies a bit quicker so they don't have a chance to do so much harm to them. And sitting somewhere in her mind, she's irritated at everything, and particularly what transpired with Elishin. The fact that she was sort of the one to tell her everything, that they didn't really provide her much backup, so she'll just sit in silence and make sure the baby's content while the mother is resting.
Orin's probably just like stuck kind of somewhere near the rest of them, but trying to stay an arm's length away from that ticking time bomb that is a very small child. And he's just kind of stitching up some deep lacerations like on his arms, as he's still pretty hurt, but yeah, that's really it.
Very nice. You guys notice the woman who is laying down on this, I guess this makeshift bed that you guys have kind of created. She kind of stirs slightly and one of her eyes flickers open. And you hear this like big inhale of air from her, you know, when people wake up. And she's kind of looking around really groggily. And she says, where am I?
I look at Oren.
Probably not far from where you remember. What exactly do you remember?
Where's my baby?
He just kind of nods over towards Una. Baby's fine.
And my husband?
Less fine. We did what we could, but we could only really save the two of you. By the time we got up there, he was already gone.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
She's like trying to sit up, but she hears the news and she kind of collapses back down. Her hand is like tenderly rubbing a lot of the wounds that you guys managed to stabilize. And she's got like sweat and blood across her forehead. And she says, who are you?
We are just passing through and thought we could help.
I suppose I owe you thanks then.
It's
Anime
surely
intro.
it's the least we could do. Please take it easy, Mom.
She
Don't
kind of
strain yourself.
opens her arm for her child as she kind of nods at Kremek.
Una very carefully shifts over and hands her the baby.
There's a lot of like relief that crosses her face when she's like got the child in her arms and she's looking the baby over. There's a few like little bits of like soot on her cheek and stuff from blast and spells and shit. But otherwise, like the baby's pretty much fine. And there's this look of relief that crosses her face, and she kind of clutches her very tightly. And she looks between you all, and she has like tears in her eyes, and she says, "Thank you, thank you."
Cremming's looking. Yeah, Cremming's looking around awkwardly, and like in the silence.
It's okay. Really, we're happy to. I'm so sorry about your husband. I've laid him to rest by the river, but I don't know what you would like. Perhaps if we can help you bury him, maybe, or whatever lights. I don't know. I'm waffling. Sorry.
She nods slightly and says, I'll deal with it. Thank you. You've already done so much."
Where were you headed, if you don't mind me asking?
We were heading up to the Oracle.
Ah,
I was going to ask her if she thought it would be a good idea to have another child. I guess I got my answer.
my lady, ma'am, sorry. I can. The.
Cremming lowers his head. He doesn't know what to say. Actually, the words fall out. He doesn't want to be like, "Well, the oracle's here now."
Stop! You don't
He
you
decided,
dare!
he decided against it. So
Ben!
it's just like, no.
Hearing that, Una is going to sort of side-eye Kremik a bit, and then look at the woman and I don't think that sort of thing is something you can leave to an oracle, surely. It should come down to whether it would have made you and your husband happy if you could support the child, then, and that is what you wanted, then there is no reason you would not have had a child. But maybe the gods shouldn't have a hand in something so precious as that.
She gives you an almost like confused look and says, the gods are more precious than anything.
More precious than your child?
They gave me Atlanta.
Oh no. No, They did not give you your child. You created that yourself with your husband.
She looks over to the other guys, like, get a load of this. Get a load of this non-believer.
Grammy still looking at the floor. Doesn't want to, make eye contact and be like, yeah, right. He doesn't argue against what Una's saying, of course.
Yeah. Orin kind of looks at the woman and he says, she's right.
She looks very doubtful. In any case, thank you. I don't really have much. The Harpies kind of took everything. She starts to go through some of the pouches that she has.
We need no thanks. How are you for food and things?
And we're locals, so we should be able to feed off the land. It should be fine.
Okay, what about gold? Sorry.
Oh, she pulls out. I mean, yeah. What did you pulled out something like a piece of gold, I think, from memory.
It was like 27 gold, I think. 26.
She feels the weight of the gold in her pocket, and she like freezes up, and then she kind of falls very still. Just like, we'll be fine. These guys are gonna be rich.
Please, if you need more, I insist.
No.
No, I feel so bad, please.
No, it's it's really fine.
Okay. Do you need any further help? Is there anything more we can do?
You've done more than enough.
Look, if you, I don't know if you still plan on going to see the oracle, but, if you would like someone who also has the gift of foresight to perform a minor ritual for you, then I am happy to oblige.
She eyes you up and down, and she says, which god do you serve?
I do not serve any particular god, but they have all spoken to me.
So, all of them?
I suppose not every single one of them. There's an awful lot of them, but quite a few.
Her eyes kind of light up with interest, as if this is something unusual to her. And she adjusts her baby on her lap a little bit closer and says, if you if you are in a rush, then I understand, but I will take any help I can get.
Well, she looks at the two. I don't know how long you want to linger here.
He shrugs. He doesn't give a fuck. This seems like a good cause. He nods, shrugs.
Yeah, so does Orin.
Okay, now would you like this to be for you or for his her name Atlanta, you said?
She nods.
Okay. Maybe I could do one for Atlanta. So you know that your baby's future is good or something.
She kind of bounces the baby, and the baby cracks probably the smile for the first time since you've met it. And she says, I think that'd be great.
Okay. Una is going to sort of sit up a bit straight and turn to the baby, and it feels very strange doing this for the baby, but she takes out some tarot cards and shows her them, and sort of shows her the bright colours, and maybe glosses very quickly over some of the more disturbing looking cards.
Oh.
Like, oh, don't look at the hanged man too much.
Oh.
Don't look at the tower. And but then sort of sets them down, face down, and takes the baby's little hands, and I'm gonna use my thing.
Oh, yay, let's go.
Nani?
You're gonna... Let's freaking go.
And yeah, for their future, for baby's future.
Would you like to know what cards they pull?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. They pull the star.
Aw.
Afterward, they pull the tower.
Uh-oh.
And then they pull the Empress.
Nice.
You get a glimpse into their future. You feel dissociative for a moment or so, like you do when you normally experience these sort of things. The headache that's kind of pounding in the forefront of your mind, the one that you get in the morning, returns as you kind of reach into the future, I assume, of this Goral. You see a tall woman in dark robes. You see a crest as like a cloak pin. You don't immediately recognize the insignia, but you can make a religion check if you would like.
Okay.
You see that she is walking through a hallway. You can tell that this hallway is very sacred and very quiet. It also feels eerily like this cave that you're in right now, where you can hear the sound of damp water kind of dripping from the ceiling, and it smells also very damp. You watch her walk down almost like a dungeon. She has a torch in her hand that's kind of illuminating the way. Everything before and after the torch is just abyss. And you seem to be kind of pursuing her. She's the only target in this vision. And you watch as she turns down 26. You watch as she turns down a hallway. And almost very cinematically, as she turns, you notice the cloak pin again, and kind of rising out of, seemingly black abyss, you see a statue, this kind of hard stone, which kind of appears out of shadow and wisps. You see a individual, very stoic looking, hands kind of pressed together as if they're very pensive. And you can immediately tell, especially in associating these two pieces of insignia together, that this is Hades. And you can associate this girl with becoming a priestess of Hades. You can also tell that she is probably in some kind of mortuary.
Nice.
Good for her.
Good for her!
Yeah,
Go boss. Let's go.
Guess
that is very
Gatekeep.
well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you see.
As Una's eyes sort of roll forward again, and I guess when she's having this vision, I think her eyes roll back, but the whites of her eyes almost look like they have constellations in. A bit like sometimes you can see the sun, or not the sun, that would be stupid. You can see the moon at day, but like
Yeah.
stars. in the day. Like,
The sun in the day.
oh no, please. So her eyes roll forward and your baby is going to have a bright future as a priestess. I think she will do well. She will be bold. She will be clever. I can feel that in her future.
She has this bright smile, and the baby kind of giggles as if, you know, she knows. The mum has this bright smile across her face, and she leans over, and she has this look somewhere between disbelief and awe. And she kind of, without even asking, like, places a hand on top of Una's hand and, like, squeezes, and she kind of whispers, "You're God-touched."
Something like that, I suppose.
And the woman actually, like, kneels forward and, like, bows her head to the point where her head touches the cave floor. The baby giggles and claps.
Holy shit. Una looks uncomfortable and she's going to very quickly, like, take one of the woman's hands or, like, scoop her up by the chin and sort of lift her head and say, "Oh no, don't do that."
You, like, pick her face up.
Yeah.
Okay. As you wish.
Yeah, yes, you will give me an ego if you do that, and, you know, I don't need any more of that.
Too late.
I get a lot of this guy. And yeah.
The woman is incredibly grateful. She looks at her child, she kind of pushes some of her hair back and gives her a kiss on her bloodied forehead. She says, thank you. That brings me great assurance.
Good. How far are you from your home? Is it back in the direction of Arkenos?
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay. I don't trust this particular area because of what happened with the Harpies, so it might be worth just for a little bit coming with us so we can make sure you get home safely.
The woman nods and says, if you had the space, that would be good.
Lacey will take both of yous.
Oh no.
She's got a farce that could fit 5 of yous.
I can, Alan, do you mind if we share a horse?
No.
Okay, perfect. I can share a horse with him. He's a better rider than I am anyway, I think.
Awesome. Cool. Let me pull out the horses again.
Yes, girl.
There they are.
Hey.
Yeah.
Cool, you guys walk back outside. She is not very good. She's not doing very great. It's miraculous that she's even half alive. But she manages to stand and carry her child out. She looks around at the blood and winces. And she approaches, I guess, one of these horses. Una's, I assume? Or unless you want her to get on Lacey?
Well, I thought, I don't know, but I think horses can carry 2 people, right? So I don't know how Lacey would feel about carrying me, Mummy, and then the baby as well. But I'm happy to try.
Yeah, you know what? I consider the baby half a person and Kremik half a person.
Yeah.
So
Oh, what?
it adds up to being 2 people in the end.
Real boy.
I'm a real
yeah.
boy.
Oh,
You're a baby.
I am a baby.
And babe. She gratefully accepts getting up on this horse with you guys. Baby babbles happily.
you two are Violet and Klaus, and I'm Sunny Baudelaire. I'm even bold to prove it. Like,
Oh my god.
you both look like Violet and Klaus. And then I'm the baby.
And
You
I'm the
haven't
baby.
heard of a series of unfortunate events?
I've heard of it. I've never watched or read it.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, boo.
We the people demand Denny watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Come on, Lacey. I know
Woman-
you love it.
Peers down at the body and she realizes that her husband is just kind of laying against this rock. And she exhales a very jagged breath, you know, when you see someone hurt. And she turns around to Kremik, who's on the front of this horse, and says, you mentioned before that you would, that you gave him rights?
I'm going to get. Oh yes, I did all I could. I have communed with divine power before as a priest, but that power is now lost to me. You might not consider my blessing satisfactory, to which I would understand. I have done all I can for him.
What happened to your divine connection?
My master, he used a great deal of power in order to protect me and my friends here. He's just having a lie down.
She looks questionable, but eventually nods and says, we can't just leave him, you know, laying there.
Oh. Oh. But forgive me, ma'am. I'm unfamiliar with the rights around here. What would you have us do with him? What can we do for him?
She turns and peers up at like the beacon of smoke, which is kind of pillaring its way into the sky, and then looks down and says, I think normally we would try to bury him, but I don't think we have that much time, so I think if we just manage to get him up into the fires, that should be good. I think. I would hope.
Yes. Yes, of course. Like those fires, and I point up at the burning nest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, no, I'm moving so many horses at once. Lacey, stop misbehaving.
Lacey.
Yeah, I'll go down. And I will try to. I'm a very small and squat man, but Krennic does possess some remarkable strength.
Mm.
And he's gonna pick up the lifeless body, you know, in the way that he left it, and carry it not over his shoulder this time, dragging, but in like a baby, I suppose, you know, like arms out, flat. He's gonna run up that hill. And he's gonna
Run
run
up
up
that
that
road.
hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
If he only could, he'd make a deal with and then, yeah, I want to try to, you know, I guess I have got the spider climb. And it does say, actually, this shit is so fucked. I think it says I can leave my hands free.
Yeah.
Does it say that?
Yeah, it does. The only thing
Absolutely.
I'll ask from you is either a strength check or an athletics check, just to kind of manage getting him up this entire way. You do it effortlessly.
Yeah.
You even make it look a bit graceful and respectful, which is really nice. As
yeah,
you bypass the woman, she takes the 2 coins from her friggin' new stash. She's gonna be retiring forever. She's gonna be wealthy. She takes out 2 gold coins and places it into, normally over the eyes, but into his hands, which are now in like a rigor mortis, so I guess it works.
Yeah.
She nods and says, like a quiet goodbye for a few seconds, and then nods for you to take him up.
Yeah, I'll sort of climb the wall with my back, leaving my hands free. I just ride it like an invisible elevator and scale to the top.
The woman actually kind of like bobs the baby, and she's like, "Look what the gods can do."
So this race is just hilarious, man. I love it so much. I never want to be alive again. And then Kremik briefly disappears beyond the lip, into the smoke and the flame, into the fire. And when he returns, his hands are empty, and he bows reverently down at the lady and nods at his two friends and scales down the wall. Normally this time, bows to her when he's in front.
Well, I don't think we need to share a house anymore. Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
That's okay. It's, she looks at the horse.
The horse looks back.
Please
Roll
don't.
initiative.
I gravity sinkhole.
Oh no! Cool. You guys. She hops on the horse. Baby do the bab. And yeah, watching the smoke rise from behind you guys. She says another quiet goodbye, and a tear kind of rolls down her cheek as you guys start to head away. And I think for your efforts, you could have easily bypassed this. You could have easily just ignored it. So you guys can have it. All of you guys can have a DM inspiration here. For saving this woman's life and going, over and beyond for her and her daughter. I think it's very sweet.
Well, I'd just like to say, and I hate to be an asshole who speaks up all the time, but I'd just like to say, at the end of last session, I was thinking, I really enjoyed that little encounter on the road.
Aww.
I really, really liked it, because it was just a chance to, it was just raw D&D. It was outside the context of everything. It was just, we fight things and we do good, and there are NPCs and we help them. And I was just like, wow, it was so simple, but it was so nice.
Very wholesome.
I really, yeah, for some reason I was really, I'm always, I always love the game, but I was like, wow, this stuck with me.
Aww.
This stuck with me, chat. So there you go. I'd just like to say that.
Yeah.
Very sweet. And you guys stuck with her, and she's gonna be thanking you guys all the way to the bank. Lost a husband, got a lot of money. She's on her.
It's a win.
Yeah, it's a W here. Yeah. I think it's very sweet that you guys, finished the job. You could have easily just kind of cut your losses here and moved on. But even, with low health, you guys kind of finished it off, which was really nice. And you sacrificed some, precious time. Yeah, I know it came from, fuck these guys, let's go kick their asses.
No,
but in the end...
We could not do it, could we? But at the same time, me and my character were both so pissed at the audacity of these Harpy.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Awesome, okay.
And I was just chilling with the baby.
Chilling with the baby. Awesome. You guys continue to descend. This mount, it's a few hours of travel pass. The party kind of falls into this quiet silence. When you're traveling and everyone's kind of zoned out in their own world. You guys continue down, and eventually you reach the kind of base of this mount. Can I grab an animal handling check from everybody here? Oren, if you wanted to give me your horse proficiency.
Horse? Okay.
Alternatively, you can roll animal handling with advantage, because I think that's a lot easier. Okay, let's go. You've got Lassie under control.
Yeah, she fucking loves me. She starts licking me and shit.
Oh.
Let me calculate something real quick.
Man. I'm about to get yeeted.
got DM inspiration.
It's true.
I already rolled at advantage.
Oh yeah.
I will say for DM inspo, you can use it to ask me to reroll. You can reroll it yourself, even if you've rolled with advantage. It kind of overrides almost everything. And I will say you can stack it if you wanted to use it, and you've already used one of the session recap inspos or whatever.
Okay. I'm not gonna use anything.
Yeah.
because I
Just
think
so
it's
everybody's
hilarious.
aware, though. Yeah, you don't
yeah.
get thrown off the horse or anything. You're just not riding to the best of your ability.
I like to think, because I'm gonna try to do like an inspiring speech type thing.
Yeah,
so, like,
cool. Go
halfway through
ahead.
That, you just like gets. I don't have anything prepared.
You need to give me something here.
Can you just like kind of tell a story of like in the arena, but sort of fib it a little bit, so like the gnome did all the kicking ass, so the little one appears to be the strong one.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to give us like a brief insight on what that would look like? Give us a little bit of a story.
Inspire me.
Inspire me.
I guess just sort of cut to like, and then that little fucker just ran all the way across and like kick flipped his shield into one of the enemies, winning the fight for all of us.
Amazing.
And like, as that happens, just like get totally bucked because he rolled a 6 and landed.
You don't get buffed.
Orin goes flying.
You guys, it takes, about 10 or 15 minutes, the story. And it gets more and more exaggerated as, Harry goes on. And then he did a backflip, and then he kick flipped, and then he single-handedly... The woman is, like, fully enthralled. The woman is, like, completely believing this absolute fib, is completely infatuated with it. And at some point she's like, you went to the Isle of Chaos. You guys all get the benefit of the, influential leader, inspiring leader.
Yeah, I think it's 15 HP.
So you guys get the HP, including her. She's feeling better than she ever has.
Hell yeah. And I think the kid too.
The kid too. Awesome.
That baby's stronger than a commoner.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. You guys could drag yourselves out here as you kind of descend down. Yeah. You guys bypass a few towns as you reach the kind of flatlands. You can see these rolling plains that has this like softly swaying grass. There's this, after Orin finishes his story, there's this kind of contemplative silence. And as you guys pass by, not through, a few towns, you can see that the structure of these buildings is a lot different to what you're kind of used to in the Elven part. A lot of it's very brick and mortar, and the Olympian denizens are very stocky and sturdy, and a lot more filled with this, like, unbridled emotion. Like, if they are happy, you can see that they are happy in every fiber of their being. If they're angry, you can see it. You can see the rage across their body. If they're in despair, they're, like, in despair. So it's very easy to get a grasp of these people. They're very passionate in the way that they are. You see, you guys kind of trot along as per the ASMR. You see there's some, signage. And you see your towns, Mandra, you pass. Erapetra, you pass by. Kalamenos. And then you guys get to this kind of cross-section about here. And the woman kind of clears her throat and breaks this large silence and says, we're off to the left here. She points up this way. And Arkenos is down to the right.
Well, that ways your abode.
Hmm?
How is your house? Is it riding distance?
If you wanted to, if you wanted to, but you don't have to. It's, you know,
Uh,
a little
Are,
while.
are you quite sure?
I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, my lady, it was a pleasure to meet you. I only wish it were in better circumstances.
She nods and then kind of bows very deeply and says, "It's been an honor."
The honor was all ours. Please, enjoy the rest of your life. And hey, you're a great mother to one. One day you could be a great mother to another.
She smiles warmly. All right. Thank you. She kind of awkwardly shakes the hand of everybody, gives you like a gentle peck on the cheek, gathers up her baby who's been kind of bundled up in any loose clothes that she had or could find, and she starts to descend down these steps and starts to head up towards the north.
You alright, Kremek?
Yeah, we were planning a life together.
Okay, bud.
What? You and a woman?
Yeah,
You might see her again one day.
maybe.
Don't give up hope. I mean, look at what happened. I have been. Never mind.
What? Have you got a
Nothing.
boyfriend?
Pardon? No.
Have you got a friend boy? A boy of friend? A friend of boy? A male partner? Male concubine? Male paramour? A male oracle less? A male oracleans? Like prince?
I am not going to answer this question right now.
Oh my gods and titans, we've been friends for like 6 months, and you won't even tell me if you got a boyfriend.
It's not that. I just don't know.
If I'll approve.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you'll approve of him.
How do you have a boyfriend without my blessing?
He's a little bit shady, you know? He's a little bit spooky.
Of course, I would have it no other way for you, Una.
Yeah, Una, you just hear in your head, there's no way he doesn't know, right?
Una just starts laughing.
Why are you laughing? What's
Oh,
Is he here? Is he invisible?
yes. Apparently he is.
Oh, is he? I bet he's imaginary as well. Taking the jaws out of old Krennic here.
Don't worry about it.
Try not to. It's very nice around here.
Yes.
Hello, hello,
Wow.
hello. A woman's waving you down. Hello.
I think I look at Oren.
Orin kind of, with great, I can't use my English today. With some hardship, gets the horse to kind of go down the road a little bit. Can we help you?
Oh yes. And then you hear a gruff voice. This guy behind her seems to be an older gentleman, maybe like 50 or so. This woman seems to be in her like early 20s, maybe. And he says, Penelope, don't bother these people. Let them pass. And she whips around and she says, Papa, what if they know more? And he says, Penelope, it is not wise to speak of these things. And you see his eyes actually turn to these people who are in the field. They are ploughing, but they kind of glance over when Penelope, who is this woman, seems to be making some kind of like ruckus and starts yelling. And he squints at them, squints back at her and shakes his head slightly. And she says, I suppose...
There are alarm bells going off in both mine and Oren's head. Do I see, like, any sort of evidence of, like, weapons on people in the fields, or hidden people in these trees, or even in, like, the people-shaped objects in this, like, covered in blankets or whatever, in their cart?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make me a perception check. You guys can all make it if you are all kind of vibing with this worry.
I can't say that I am actually. I'm certainly not as worried as Oren is. So
You got tears in your eyes too.
What is Oren looking for?
Sussy barkers.
Anything? Yeah, Susie back is in the trees or the fields.
Yeah. Actually, can I insight the woman to see if it's like an ambush?
Yeah, sure. How are you telling
If
from an insight? If she's sus?
Yeah.
Is she being a Susie backer? Takes one to know one.
Yeah, true.
I should roll something.
That's what I'm good at, insight.
Let me roll something. For the sake of rolling something.
Yay.
Okay. Oren, you have a 19. I'll start there. You peer around into this field. You're searching for any kind of indications of susness, any trap that you've walked into, any hint that this might be some kind of ambush. You glance in the trees. You don't see anything other than a few little birds who are like beep, 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 chirping. You look in the fields. You see the people that are out there are wearing. It's pretty hot. And you can see the people out there are wearing these, like, linen garb with, like, long pants. You can't see any concealed weapons, although, you know, they might have concealed it in the hay or something, but you can't see on them any kind of weapons, at least. You peer around to this man in front of the cart. The cart's uncovered. From where you are, you're kind of perched up on your horse. So you can kind of get a good look inside. You can't see anything inside. You do see there's like a chest in the back, but it's not like a person-sized chest, unless they were all like a band of halflings, I guess, and maybe they could fit one in there.
Hell yeah.
So I guess if you're really scared of that, maybe. Although, again, they could be, you know, underneath the cart or, you know, I don't know, inside the horse, who friggin' knows. You can't see any weapons on him. You can't see any weapons on her. You know, you're trying to suss this chick out. You can see she's fiddling with something in her pocket. She kind of looks a little bit nervous or unsure. You get a hint from her expression that this is something that she shouldn't be doing.
Oh.
And that's what you guys get.
I'll start riding closer, but I guess, are people still watching us?
Yeah, out of vague interest.
I'll just sort of ride up until I'm beside Oren. And then just say to him, which way are we going again? South?
I think that's what.
You can see there's a sign ahead as well.
Yeah, I think she did say south.
Yeah. It was just being very sort of casual, trying to get closer while not super alerting the people in the fields.
What can I tell about Una and Oren? Can I tell that they're sus?
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Not, yeah. So I can tell that they're sus of this situation, right? Well, I like. What I think. I think I think I might want to consult the spirit.
Consult the spirits.
Oh, I think I might want to spend a minute, watching from my horse, consulting the spirit. Oh, in fact, no, I don't have the material components. Never mind, I forgot this is like a fireplace spell. Forgive me.
You pick up a stick and
What?
hit something with it?
Yeah, I'm just rubbing it against another stick. I don't know.
For 25 gold.
I was going to ask the spirits what happens if we walk past these people. But no, I'm afraid I don't have the materials required.
Spoon.
Outcome unclear.
Although, actually,
I guess with what he's seen, Orn will kind of stay on alert. Not that that's not, like, just his base life. And just kind of move a little closer and call out, what now?
You know what? Don't worry about it. Jesus, Ghibli. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm sorry to have bothered you. Really. She starts walking back towards the cart, and her dad's chastising the shit out of her. Penelope, you really should have done that.
Do I do spooky warlock shit? Or not? Nah. Friends is a fun spell, but then they know you cast it, and it's less fun. I guess Orin will just kind of continue. Like, as he gets closer to the thing, I'd like to sort of keep an eye for maybe any, like, tripwires or something that's going to fuck with the horse, but...
Nice. I'll keep your perception from last time. A 19.
Okay.
You don't see any tripwires. You see that this fence is slightly ajar. You can see that this wagon looks like it's bogged. You can see these people in the field have returned to, doing their fieldly duties, I suppose. They're still out there ploughing. They've got, like, scythes. And they're out there swooshing away. Yeah. You see a signpost ahead as well. You can see in bold, as if it's been kind of like burned into the wood, the words Arkenos, and in this direction. You also see there's a bunch of people kind of walking around. These guys are walking up pretty casually, and then they head down to the south.
Okay. Just gonna kind of get up to the intersection, and then ask the people,
Oh, these people? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Can you... I know it's generally this direction, but could you tell me the way to, House Lepus, please?
What'd you say, dearie? Can you speak up?
Never mind. Have a good day.
What did you say? I think he was talking about a leopard. A leopard? In these parts?
Watch out for harpies, he calls out, like, as he keeps going.
Something about a harp? Leopards and harps? Yeah, they kind of shrug and they start keep going. They continue on their way, on their merry way. Cute old couple.
Oh my god.
Oh, so Oren's just completely breezing by these two.
You can hear the dads chastising the shit out of Penelope as you walk by.
He'll come back if you guys stop. He just wanted to talk to those people.
Yeah. Just slows down and sort of looks over. Can I get an idea of what he's actually chastising her about?
Yes, speaking to strangers, firstly, and then secondly, speaking about forbidden things, TM.
Oh.
Oh, the birds and the bees.
What?
Never mind.
Is it forbidden?
Apparently not for you.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
And not for you either.
I suppose not anymore.
No.
No, maybe it is. I don't know. I'll have a think about it.
Have a think about it.
Fair maiden and elderly man. Is there something we can do to help?
No, please don't. This whole thing is a misunderstanding. Well, I mean, they could be helpful, Papa. I mean, we haven't... Such things are forbidden knowledge, Penelope. It is not for us to decide, it is for the gods. The gods haven't been here, have they? This could be a sign from them. And he grumples, and she kind of turns around, smiles at you, kind of bats her eyelashes, says, "We found something peculiar, and my father is insistent that I shouldn't speak of it nor admit its existence, but I can feel its weight in my pocket like an anchor or a great burden, and so I thought perhaps adventurers like yourself, you are adventurers, aren't you?"
Yes. In a way. We love to adventure.
Good. Looks confused. Yes, well, I thought that, perhaps you would know what such a thing is, or does. Penelope, this is not a good... Papa! He waves a hand.
Hey, can I show you both something?
Her eyebrow peaks.
I'd like to share with you some magic from the gods themselves, and then maybe you'll feel more comfortable sharing your knowledge with us, so that we might help.
All right.
Very well. I reach a hand onto my back, and I grab the hilt of Velenon. Reveal the broken blade, the empty blade, protruding from the shorts of the empty blade, protruding from the hilt, and then I murmur something under my breath, and then this golden beam, not radiant light, almost burning light, emits from it, and I sort of brush my lightsaber around in the air before them.
What
This was granted
do
me
you
by the
whisper
gods.
under your
What do I
breath?
whisper?
Yeah, what are you whispering?
Well, it's the command word
Go
to
gadget.
activate my... I don't know. What is the command word?
Alright, interesting. They...
Play Mom.
Anyways, I started
Sure.
blasting.
Work.
They gasp audibly. The man places a hand on his chest like he's gonna have a fucking heart palpitation. He says, It's the touch of Zeus.
Something like that.
See, they're people of the
Indeed.
gods.
We're certainly dealing with the gods.
Uh-oh.
Alright, well, she steps up a little bit closer and offers out something that she's been fiddling around in her pockets with. She pulls out a ring. It's very simple. It's a gold band. Although you could probably tell it's not like real gold. It's probably more like copper that's got this like golden tinge to it. And she offers it up.
I fucking gesture at Una.
Una will cast Mage Hand and take it in the Mage Hand.
You scoop it up.
Close to her.
Inspecting it a little bit closer, you can definitely tell that it's got some kind of arcana attached to it. You're welcome to make a King of Curses. You're welcome to make a arcana check if you would like.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Oh.
Severus?
I don't have anything to add to that.
You feel a sense of abjuration magic coming from this ring.
Oh. Interesting. Why would you say this is forbidden?
Well, you know, her eyes kind of flicker over to her dad and she lowers her voice and she says, they don't like such things that are, you know, involving magic and things forbidden outside of the touch of the gods. And we found this, and so we don't really know where its origins are. It's usually seen as a bad taboo or a terrible omen.
Magic is seen as an omen?
Magic itself is... The man pipes up and he says, forbidden! Outside of the clerics! Might I remind you, Penelope? She rolls her eyes again.
Yes, good thing I am a cleric then.
You're a liar!
This is only protective magic. So it's not anything evil.
You can tell what type of magic is in it?
Oh, yes.
Oh. How odd. Well, I mean, I don't have any use for it, and obviously neither does my father. I could give it to you if you would like it.
We'll take it. We'll buy it from you.
All right.
Sure, what about like 500 gold pieces?
No.
She like passes out.
Very straight face.
No, we don't have that much money. She stares at Kermit. I don't know why you're offering money that we don't have.
Well, I was gonna take a bank loan. How much do we have?
Una leans over and she says, we have more than that, but we are not paying that.
Let me roll a perception check.
Oh
Real quick. Okay, she got a natural 2. That's fine.
no!
I look at Aaron. It is confusing me. I look at Aaron.
You hear in your head, 5 gold is a lot of money to these people. We're liable to be stabbed for more than that.
I look at Una. Oh, 5 gold, I think Aaron's got.
Oh yes, you know, he keeps all of our money on him as as the man of the party.
What?
I mean, you have that gambling addiction, remember?
He starts backing away.
Oh, gambling. Gambling addictions are the worst.
You suffer yourself.
My mother does. Don't speak of your mother that way, Penelope. You don't know these people. Well, she does, doesn't
me.
she?
Is she too addicted to betting on the gnome toss?
The gnome toss, the dwarf toss, the elf toss. She'll bet on any toss. She'll bet on anything. She'll toss herself if that's what it comes. Penelope!
Oh,
Aye, that was. Ooh.
oh. This one knows all about tossing himself, and she gestures at Critic.
Is that so?
Yes, I can show you if you like.
No,
Come
she's...
on!
No! Not to this young lady, maybe to her father.
Well, she just said that her mum bets on the dwarf toss.
There's actually a tournament tonight if you'd like to come.
I've got business, but I might come down.
Okay. How delightful.
Alan, do you have 5 gold, perhaps? I know that is a lot, but we are buying a ring. This ring.
I suppose I do. Orton kind of reaches into his pocket and like deftly pulls out like 4 gold and like 10 silver coins, and like kind of counts it out and says, "Well, if you think it's important," and hands it over to Penelope.
She
Oh,
takes
I
it.
have the 1 silver, if you would like. Wait, how many silver did you give her?
10. It's for.
Oh.
I was just making it look like I didn't just pull 5.
Yeah. She'll take it gratefully and bow like 4 times at you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Be
you.
another beanstalk situation.
What's a beanstalk?
My nose starts bleeding.
Father, we'll be able to afford a new cart now.
Say,
You
is your
can,
cart?
you can get that one out with a block and tackle and a few pulleys. It halves the weight every 4 wheels it goes through.
Oh.
What the hell?
And he just starts walking away.
How do you have this knowledge, Denny?
I keep a block and tackle in my car just in case something happens.
The fuck?
It's giving Bear Grylls.
Yeah,
Adapt,
Adapt, improvise.
overcome.
Overcome. You can hear the guy. You can hear the guy mumbling. He's like, every 4 wheels, halve. All right. Block and tackle.
I'm gonna polish this ring just on my sleeve and get a good look at it.
Yeah. Polish it. Looks shiny. Look at it. It looks very intricate. Not like intricate in a not in a well done way. More like in a hand like carved or hand forged way. It's not something that was made, I guess they don't have like robotic instruments here, but it's not something that was made en masse, you can tell that. But it's very plain actually, it's just a simple gold band. Gold looking band, I should say.
Well, you know, I didn't get any bad vibes, so why not? And she slips it on her finger just to see what it does.
You die. You die. Vark's fall.
Yay.
You die. No, nothing
Ring
happens.
of rocks full.
The ring of rocks full.
Uh,
You slip it on. Nothing really happens. You don't necessarily feel any different, at least not yet. Looks good.
strange.
Oh, look, Una, your boyfriend proposed.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yes, he did. Look, you've got the ring.
Oh, but that would mean. Yeah, I mean, you procured the ring, sort of. So, did you propose to me?
No, I did not procure the ring. I believe it was Orin who paid the lady.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're not going to discuss that. If you really want to know, I will tell you later, maybe.
Sure. That will be good.
Do you really want? I mean, I don't know. Do you remember I asked you for advice that night?
Yes. Was that about your boyfriend?
I mean, I don't know if he's technically my boyfriend, so.
Alright. Maybe you should get some clarification on that.
Maybe I should. Who knows? What would you say if I said it's actually Hyperion? I'm dating him now.
I would fall to my knees.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
Oh, silly, in worship.
Oh. I don't want that then. I think this ring is one of those things that you have to wear for a while for it to work. And I have a few things that I already wear that bind it to me. So I don't know if any of you have any room for something that you could bind to yourself.
I think I do. Temporarily.
You're gonna hide in your shell hat.
I can make magic room for the ring.
I mean,
Kind of.
it's up to you. I don't know what it does, but it's protective in some fashion, so I don't get bad vibes, so
Oh, that might help the fact that. Oh yes, gimme.
yes, I'm not proposing to you, and she offers it to him.
He takes it, and Crown's gonna put it on. I can't remember the rules for unattuning to items. You just like do it as an action.
I think, yeah, I'm not sure. It'd either be an action or like an hour to unattune. Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's totally cool. You slip it on.
Yeah. No, oh yeah. Yeah, I'll slip it on. My intention is for now to tune from the bark shield, briefly, just to find out what's reading.
Very nice. Very nice. Having to go into the rule book.
It's a short rest for each.
Nice. All right, so you spend this next little while, I suppose, unattuning.
Yeah.
That's cool. You guys trot on towards Arkenos.
Hey, excuse me, farm workers.
Which one? This one?
I'm shouting out to like the group, you know, as we trot by and calling out to them all.
Yeah.
Are you paid a fair wage?
I mean, it's our farm, so I'd hope so.
Good day.
Okay. All right. That guy was so weird, right?
Oh, those guys are freaky. Am I right?
I couldn't get a good read on him, but maybe.
I
They
appreciate
made
the
it a
support.
bit spooky.
Indeed.
Coolios.
Nevertheless.
You guys continue onward, and I think now's a good time for a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breaky. Get some snicks,
Yeah.
refresh on the water.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good.
More ibuprofen. We will be back soon. Sounds so serious.
when he sneaks out.
Literally. Yeah, is everybody good? Everybody back? Everybody ready to party?
We had to explain to Blitz what sweetened condensed milk was, but
You don't know what
Yeah.
condensed milk is?
Well, I do now, obviously.
You've never had it?
I have once, I think.
I was explaining Vietnamese coffee. He's like, wait, what's that?
It's like Jesus in a can. Jesus is sickly
Jesus,
sweet.
Very good.
Oh, speaking of sickly sweet, I had those custard things.
Oh yeah.
It was incredibly. It was so the topping was vanilla. So it was thin sponge, loads of custard in between, and then like a sweet vanilla topping. They were absolutely delicious, but incredibly messy.
Very good.
And it was like a cake or like a snack cake?
No, it wasn't a cake. It was a rectangle. Yeah. It was two slices. They were rectangular with a sponge bottom and a sponge top. In between was a layer of custard that was exceptionally thick. I'm talking maybe like 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
Okay. I just couldn't
And
tell
then-
if it like from a bakery or like from a Tesco.
It was from I think an Asda bakery, so a bit of a meet in the middle. They were my colleagues. I have stolen them. I will be blaming one of the patients. And they were delicious. They were well worth it.
Good. Good.
Hell, yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
If one of my patients finds this stream, don't tell anyone.
Or,
Please.
or just take the rap and you'll get privileges.
At least this is black now.
Very good. Yeah, thank you, Denny. You're good.
Yeah, cool. You guys continue onward. The horses seem to have enjoyed the rest that they had a little bit earlier, so they're not doing too bad. You guys seem to be pulling ahead of what, the day's walk would have been. You think maybe that you could reach Arkenos by nightfall, which is good. So it would take 1 day instead of 2.
Ooh.
Remind me of your passive perceptions, please. If you would.
Math. 14.
Mine's 12.
Okay. Alright. Let me roll something. You guys are trotting along. Una and Aaron, you guys maybe are in mid-conversation, discussing something. I don't know. Spooky. something spooky. Cormac
Just like, there's no way he doesn't know.
trailing a little bit behind. Cormac, you guys reach about here. And Cormac, you kind of hear some murmuring off kind of to the south, like down here.
Okay. I hear murmuring. I hear voices. And the encounters thus far in this area have been very friendly. So I lift a hand in that direction and call out, "Hello, fairies and tiny tree people."
You see a small pair of horns pop up, and then 2 wide blue beady eyes peering at you. Still pretty hidden, but just kind of like squinting at you. The others are kind of trotting off into the distance. They don't really notice this. But this thing seems to be watching you. This person.
Hello, bard, devil, imp, thing.
Kind
Hello.
of stretches his whole head out. And you can tell it's got this. I should say, has this like lizard-like slenderness. He's got a very long body, kind of almost like if you watch a cobra rise back on its rear, up in the air slightly. He's got a very slender form, and he kind of squints, rises up, watches you and your friends start to kind of ride by, and then he's like, psst, psst.
Can I help you?
Are you guys going to Arkenos?
Depends.
And what?
Who you are and why you want to know.
He's eating a apple, which explains why I have my mouth full. He does a very crocodilian kind of lizard-like smile. It almost is like a smirk. And he says, I'll pay you guys like 5 copper if I can get a ride.
Where are you going? Sorry. Lucy, please.
Oh, why can't you get there yourself? Why are you being sneaky?
Do you guys want to make me an active perception check? Because you're in like mid-conversation. That is Una and Arum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys notice. Una maybe not so immediately, but Arum, you definitely notice that. Kramik's talking to a boulder at least.
Just gonna call back. You're right, Kramik.
Indeed, I have met a suspicious figure hiding amidst the
I'm
rock.
not suspicious. Don't say that.
You are hiding in a rock.
It's not hiding. I was sunbathing.
Narrow my eyes. Okay. Can you walk?
Yeah. But it's gonna take like, ages.
Are you a wanted criminal?
Depends on who you ask. If my
law.
only crime was love.
Oh.
That's one of the strangest and most dangerous of all crimes. But it can be.
How? You said this thing's tiny.
He's about Kramik's size, maybe a little bit bigger. Looks like some kind of kobold, draconic-esque creature.
Nice. Do you know somebody named Hiss?
Thanks. Not really. Is it because I'm a kobold?
Oh, yikes.
Really? You're gonna think that all kobolds know each other? Is that how we're going with this?
I was just making a joke, but...
Do you know my great aunt Martha?
Yes.
Okay. Sure, buddy.
Sure. What's your name?
My name is Photius. You guys can call me Foti if you like. It's kind of what my friends call me.
Where are your friends now?
Well, not here, really.
You don't say.
Anyway, he kind of like stretches out from beyond this rock. You see he's carrying a lyre with him. You guys are going to Arkenos? You got business in the capital?
No. Look, Aaron. We bring him with us.
Oh. Why are you acting so shady, hiding behind a rock?
I wasn't hiding, I was sunbathing.
He says he was sunbathing.
Damn it.
Let me roll.
That checks out.
You never know.
Checks out.
I need to keep this dice out. Alright. It's a 3.
Hey!
He was sunbathing, but yeah, you can definitely tell he was hiding.
Yeah. It's kind of squint. Alright. What's the deal? I can tell something's up. You want to ride, you gotta come through.
You promise to take me if I tell you?
Depends on what you tell me.
Well, I didn't kill a guy, if that's what you're thinking.
That's the least of my worries.
Oh.
The bars is so low. I mean... That's more than we can say. So.
Right?
Yeah.
He's just about.
I mean,
Well,
your friend wasn't like off the money. I Like, the law want me, but it's not like I broke any laws, right? I just, she was really hot. She was in the tavern. She was fine. She was into it. Next day, boom. Turns out it's the wife, Like, it's... What am I meant to do about that? How was I supposed to know? She wasn't wearing a wedding ring. And now the fucking Demoy is out here trying to find me.
So whose wife?
The Demoys.
And
I look at her.
Hmm?
who is that? Who holds that title?
You guys aren't from around here? Or...
No.
Been a while.
Oh, I can tell you. He goes to hop on the horse. I can tell you all about it.
Whose horse is he trying to hop on?
If
Orange.
you
Okay.
continue to be shady, I will be forced to take another, more drastic option, good sir.
Hey. That's totally understandable, and... Can you scooch up a little bit?
I guess, friends.
Okay. Are you actually casting it?
Yeah.
Is there a saving throw?
Nope, I just have advantage on charisma checks too.
The spell ends, a creature realizes that you use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You cast friends. How does it look when you cast friends, actually?
Probably just somatic material. So you see him sort of like wipe his brow, and as that happens, his like golden eyes kind of twinkle a little bit.
My gosh.
Just a bit of magic.
You know what? You are very handsome up close. Oh my god. I could crack an egg on your jaw.
So what's the deal, friend?
I mean, you and I, that rock is big enough for the both of us. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm taken.
And?
You wouldn't want another situation of somebody coming after you. I can promise you this one's more powerful.
Hey, you know what? I've just come to accept it's who I am. There's parts of me that people just find irresistible. Kind of, some of the sweat on his bare chest glimmers.
So, what's with
He's
the
kind
what's
of
with all the
cute from
shadiness?
his...
Why you acting so sus, bruv?
What do you mean?
You're like trying to force yourself off on this horse. You're
I mean, I just tried to
not
get on the
being
horse.
forthright.
Well, I don't know what to say. You're kind of making me nervous in like a really sexual tension way.
Good God.
Orin just sighs and walks off.
Get a load of that guy, right? Hey, wait up!
I think you're quite funny. You can get on my horse if you want.
Really?
Sure.
Have you dropped concentration on friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me roll something here.
Oh no, my
Dear.
buddy.
Okay. This guy wallows around and he kind of blinks, and then he blinks again, and then he blinks. He just used magic on me.
He's
Told
crafty
me to
like
go
that.
ahead and do it. I call back.
You guys really aren't from around here, are you?
Oh no, magic's forbidden, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
So,
I mean, he looks around and he kind of places his lute on his shoulder. Kind of like pissed off that he did that without, consent or anything. Like, I do dabble in the fine arts, but, you know, never anything that takes away people's right of free will, I guess.
Okay.
Your friend's kind of a jerk.
He's just he's had a rough time, and I think he was worried about. He's used to being banned, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but also, what the fuck?
I mean, that's all I can say, really. I'm not going to defend or condemn him. I'm just
Yeah,
going
look.
to carry on. Look, if you want to come, then come, but.
You know what? I think I'll just wait for the next ride. Kind of steps back.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, I don't really. It's not cool.
No, no, of course. Listen, I'm really sorry that that to you. It's, you know, I understand why you did it, but it doesn't excuse it.
Hmm.
Listen, if you want to hop on the back of my horse, listen, you don't have to give us no copper or anything. We're going that way anyway. And
It's all
I'd
right.
like to
Hey,
listen.
don't worry about it. You know, I probably should just be heading to the next town over anyway. My only suggestion to you guys is if this guy's gonna go out here casting magic like that, you should probably avoid the capital. And also, the next town over is really strict. Sometimes out in the country,
What's
you can kind of get away with it. But when you get closer to the capital, people start to like, you know, people. The problem isn't really casting magic. The problem is, and he actually nods his head over to the people in the fields who are still kind of watching you guys out of the corner of their eye. Problem is the other people that witness it. It's like a witch hunt out there.
It is a particular magic that they are. It is gonna stop, like, just stop her horse and, I also may dabble. Do you know what, to what extent is magic, like, could you tell me a little bit more about that?
I
I
mean,
wouldn't want to get in trouble, and
make a persuasion check at disadvantage for me.
oh,
Come on,
I
come on, come on,
smile.
come on.
I
I
smile.
Okay, roll it normal.
Roll with double advantage.
Look,
Aw.
lady, I want to help out as best I can, but I don't know. I feel a bit violated. I've got people on my ass. I gotta head out. They're probably gonna come by here soon, actually. So you also better head out. And hope
Okay.
that these people didn't see what the fuck just happened.
Mm.
Good luck.
Hey, say, what did you say your name was?
You can call me Fody if you want.
Fody. Alright, cool. Photius, Foti.
Forty.
Awesome.
Is that
This is my
the-
favourite character ever. I want him. I need him to be like standing on my shoulder at all times.
I'm sorry. It's just part of the cantrip that he's mean. I don't like
No,
it
no,
like
no,
this.
no.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no. It's quite alright.
He
It's
turns-
all good. It's so
The
beautiful.
sweat glimmers under the sun again, and he kind of whistles and starts walking off. And he's got the lute still like slung over his shoulder very casually. You could probably infer that he's some kind of bard, but you know, bard musician. And he starts to head towards the next town over.
Una's going to go to Oren and, maybe don't cast that. The only reason I didn't stop you was because it's a cantrip, and cantrips are not worth spending counter spells on. Please don't do that in the city. Apparently they are very anti-magic. In fact, they are quite anti-magic around here.
Good to know. Good to know. And the only reason I did it was because he was being so shady.
I know, it's okay. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. That was very nice.
No worries.
What?
No.
What? Cleric?
What?
What was that?
I coughed.
That was a very funny cough.
Thank you.
She squints at him, and she reaches over and pats Oren's arm and then just carries on trotting forward.
Yeah, let's ride.
Nice.
Yeehaw.
You guys continue on. You
You
guys would have both you guys would have all seen as you kind of rode past the signage which said like Arkenos in like big letters. Obviously, there's a few towns like along the coast, between here and there. The next town over that you actually need to go through as the road kind of trails through the town, is called Alea. And this is the town that Photius just warned you of. You guys can drag yourselves and your horses up to the north, up here. Oh.
Yeah. If I'm like trying hard to remember like anything about home, let's say, is it a city? It's fine. Is it a city or is it a countryside? If I can even think of that.
Is what? Is Arkenos or is like Olympia or?
No. Like home, like where.
Oh,
where
where
I
you
grew
actually
up.
are from. Yeah, you would. Like it's a mixture of some of the dreams that you've had, some of the visions that you've experienced, and a bit of not necessarily common sense, but like understanding. Your family would be in the city. 100% would be in the city.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You guys reach this town, this humble little abode called Alea. You see it's kind of bustling with life here. There's a lot of people hard at work in their everyday functions. A lot of people are kind of standing around doing that old country thing of just looking, just watching. You guys arrive to the
cool.
north.
How long did it take us to get here?
You guys would have left in the morning, Delphi. When you hit that Harpy's cave, it was about like 10 a.m. When you left the Harpy cave, it was like midday. You guys reached that like country crossroads probably around 2 p.m. So hitting this town is like about 4 p.m.
Okay. At some point during that journey, Una would request that they sort of stop, and she goes behind a tree and changes into, I believe she's got some bare clothes and things, so she'll change into those. So she's not wearing the, magical celestial shifting robes.
Makes sense.
A cloak of protection just looks normal, so that's fine. But I mean, I don't want to untune from them. I'm just not wearing them.
Yeah, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. As you step behind a tree, I assume you kind of walk behind this house or something, and or behind here, and just have everybody stand around you. Could you make
I was
me
gonna do it like at some point before we got to the town, but if you want to have me do it here.
Yeah, if you want to do it before the town, that's totally cool. I just won't ask for a perception check. You guys enter into this town. You see there's a few barrels around. There's kind of the general hubbub of a countryside area. You guys are free to move as you would like.
Oh, this is nice, guys.
This is quite nice. He
There's a
warned us
gift.
about this town.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute. Is that a gun or a sword? Oh no. I'm joking.
I mean, oh no, you carry one.
Yeah, but like as far as he knows, those are the only two.
Yeah.
Well, the dragon has one now that'll talk to him and convince him to kill all of us, but That's for another time.
So yeah, I mean, is there any like market stalls out, or is it just farmland, Jan?
Absolutely.
These people.
You guys walk around. You can see there's a few establishments around. A lot of them are just like little homes and abodes. You can see there's a butcher up here with the pigs. You can see there is
Ooh.
like a grocer here. And this is probably their house. There's just regular cottages down here. You can see there's a tavern.
Ooh.
You notice, yeah, you probably think that the rest of these are just homes and such, other such places. But yeah, you guys can make me a free perception check. Everybody can. As you guys
I
stroll
don't need
through.
to.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Oh
my
my
God.
god. As no see me go walk. You guys notice there's a lone tiefling sitting on the edge of this coastline. There is a old woman who's fetching water. She's got very shaky hands, raspy breath. Other than that, you guys don't really notice a whole lot off about this town, at least. There is like a little tavern if you wanted to like pull over and maybe eat something or rest the horses or buy something. There are a few like little shops that you could probably walk into. Notably, there are no magic shops. There also isn't like a forge or like an armory here in this town, at least. But if you wanted to have a look around, you could. You can also
Is
just ride
there-
straight through.
Is there any kind of like apothecary that just sells like herbal remedies? Not necessarily
Absolutely.
magical? Yeah.
Absolutely. You see there's an apothecary down here, probably, where all of the nice plants are. You notice there's some, it's like lavender, thyme, a lot of herbs, a lot of unusual herbs that you actually don't know, you haven't seen before. There's also a few white flowers. Yeah. And a sign that says apothecary spelled with a K.
Oh.
Oh.
I might go there. I don't know if you two want to do anything, but it would be nice to pick up some maybe poultices or something to help us feel a bit better after battles. We don't
Good.
have that many.
I'll join you.
Yeah, I can kill an hour in the tavern.
Okay.
I'm hungry. Kind of. Not really, but I like food.
Okay. We'll be there soon. Come on, Alan.
Please.
We could give you the horses, maybe.
What to eat?
No. So they can rest, and me and Alan will go walking down there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you, Cleric. You are the best.
True.
Yes, very true. Just quietly walk towards the apothecary that she saw.
These guys
That won't be
are
good.
staring at you both.
Oh. Just like with curiosity or with malice?
You don't think there's any malice in it? It's more, it's not necessarily hostility, but it's the whole country, like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
It's like when you walk into your local pub and all the locals
Yeah.
are there, it's like, well...
Not welcome anymore.
Darren.
Can I help you?
Oh.
Alan.
The centaur kind of turns his head. He was kind of just watching out of the corner of his eye. But when you say that, he turns his head and he says, "No. I doubt it."
Alright. Probably not.
Who
have
are
a
you
good day.
two again?
We're just passing through.
Is that so?
Yeah. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, we've been we've been sent this way. The Oracle told us to go this direction, and yeah, we're heading to the capital.
Well, you best be careful out there. Can be awful dangerous for a few kids. Kind of smacks. The guy kind of cackles to himself on the left, and he turns around as if kind of dismissing the conversation.
Yeah, or we'll just keep going.
You guys approach the apothecary.
Yeah, Una will just sort of smile nervously, though inside she's just blood boiling.
Rage. You notice there's a few like folk around, doing their everyday country things, pulling out some cabbage from the ground, filling their baskets. You approach the apothecary, open the little swinging wooden gate which creaks beneath your hand. It smells like sweet flowers, like lilac and lavender, and maybe a hint of vanilla as well as you approach the front door.
Ooh. I'll walk in.
There's a little bell that goes ding-a-ding-a-ding as you enter into the apothecary. Before you kind of stretches a very simple, typically structured small town apothecary. On the left, you see there are floor-to-ceiling shelves filled with very strange objects. A lot of jars. You can see that stretches along to the back of the room, and then there's this large wooden front desk-esque thing. Around the back, you can see there's a door, probably leading to, a supply room or maybe the house behind. And then over to the right, there are kind of stretching in a very circular almost direction, a few tables filled with pieces of paper, parchment, books, other random assorted items. A few seconds pass, and then a woman kind of bustles out and almost stumbles into the front, and she says, Oh, hello!
Hello?
I'm sorry, I was just, outside, fixing my hair. She smells nervously.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
How can I help?
Well, I just wanted to have a look around, really, but do you have anything, healing, like healing poultices or something?
Ooh.
Treating wounds?
We have a few things like this. Yes, we can help you. That is no worries. I can help you. She walks around the front, and she starts gathering up a few things into like a little basket. She seems to be grabbing particular herbs. She's got a few windows which she leans over and plucks some plants from. She actually picks up a book as well, and eventually she kind of compiles it into a singular like basket. And I'm gonna say that this is a healing kit.
Oh.
She
Okay,
says,
and how much?
"Oh, are you adventurous?"
Yes, we like to adventure.
Do you really?
I do, but sometimes the adventure happens to us and we don't really have a choice in it, so...
Oh, sounds like something maybe out of a storybook. I wish I was so brave as to be an adventurer. It sounds almost romantic.
You could be an adventurer, I'm
Oh,
sure.
no, not me. She walks around the front. She takes like a small heart-shaped cookie from inside a jar, and she throws two in the basket as well. And if you notice, she'll kind of smile at you and say, "It's for good luck and fortune."
That is very kind.
It's okay. That is only 6 gold.
It's good. And Una will sort of act like it takes her longer to get the coins out of her bag than it does, and hands over the 6 gold.
When you hand it over, she kind of like leans in and she says, "Is this your husband?"
Una turns red. No, just I don't know what to call him. My my Oren, I suppose. That's my Oren.
Aww.
I've never heard such a word. What does it
Yes,
mean?
that's his name.
Oh,
That's his name.
oh, okay. She smiles at you too. Well, here you go. Make sure that you apply the tincture only to the rashes and the afflictions outside the body. This ointment will help with reproducing blood in the body, and this here will help to close wounds a bit quicker than otherwise would be accomplishable. But I'm sure, as you already noticed, you are, adventurers. But I have written it all down in this book as well. Just in case.
That's very kind.
No, it is nothing. She pushes the basket towards you and bows her head.
Thank you. What sort of other things do you happen to have?
Well, many things that I am a little bit cuckoo, in the head, which is okay. I am okay with this. Most of the men typically leave me alone because of it, which is good because I don't really like them that much. She points at one of the shelves. You can see that it's filled with very strange items now that you're looking at it properly. You can see that there are... It's not like a regular shop where there's like a bunch of things orderly structured for sale. It kind of just looks like a garage sale almost, in that everything's just haphazardly thrown, strewn, pulled up. You can see there's a lot of really superstitious items, right? There's a lot of like rabbit's foot, horseshoes up the right way, a lot of good luck charms, a lot of like jars filled with eyes and like floating liquid and oils and ointments. And she says, "Are you looking for something in particular? Most people don't really know what this means."
No, I'm just sort of browsing, really. It's curious to see what you've picked up here.
Well, perhaps the good luck charms are helpful, of course, but maybe something a bit more strong for adventurers. And she points at a few things. She points at something that's described as an elixir of love. She points at another item, which looks like it's almost like it's a burger, but the bun itself is made of bark. So it's some kind of like edible herbal contraption. Almost like one of those like those those stones that you're meant to swallow. And that you could probably infer that this is going to be like a potion of bark skin.
Excuse me, what?
Yes. Well, like when you get poisoned, right?
Swallow?
You're supposed to swallow a certain stone, and I actually don't remember what it's called.
I had no idea.
It's from a goat's stomach. It's
yeah. I think it's called a gallstone or something.
It's something, I can't remember its name, and thank God I don't remember its name because,
Yeah.
Ah,
So yeah, you see a potion of basket, and then beside it, this it'd be a potion of delay poison. So it's like like a stone thing, and she mimics like putting it in your mouth and stuff, and she'll take you through all of this, and that's kind of all of the relevant things that she has. That are like an actual magical item. There are a few, again, superstitious items around. If you were looking at those, I could describe them more, but these are kind of the main things.
mm. I'll just look at Oren and see if there's anything he's taken by. She does kind of nudge him and points at the elixir of love and just starts laughing quietly. Denny, you are muted.
Ooh, sorry.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, that bark skin could be useful for Kremik.
Mm.
How much for the bit of bark there?
I am almost embarrassed to be asking so much. Most people, have not seen such money in their lives, but it did take me quite some years to grow myself. I had to perfect it. I will. It is 300 gold.
Yeah, that's a bit rich for my blood. Thanks, though.
Mm.
I'll add the prices as well, so it's easier.
Okay.
Wait. Does that mean there's two of them, or it's
It's a
that
plus 2.
plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not 2 of them.
Elixir of love. Superstitious items. So there's just like rabbit's feet, horseshoes.
Yeah, there's like garlic, compiled into little clumps. There's
No one buy any garlic.
I'm buying some garlic and eating it, Kremik.
there's
No.
like a little bit of salt. There's like a bowl of
Ooh.
pennies, like lucky pennies. Yeah, that sort of stuff. There's actually like a little cloak pin of a ladder as well.
A ladder?
Yeah, like walking under a ladder. You'd never walk under it if it's under you.
Oh. I would like a lucky penny. I will take one of these. She takes one of the lucky pennies. Hands over 5 gold.
Nice.
I'm putting that on my inventory.
Look at
Lucky
penny.
penny.
Okay, for
I
now.
nearly put Lucy Penny.
In this
Same thing.
in this moment, we'll flick it back to Kremik, who's kind of standing in the square with these horses. The old woman.
Yeah, I wanted to
Oh, go on.
just, briefly. Well, just look around, see if there's a place I can, take the horses, maybe see if maybe by the water for them to have a drink.
Yeah, if you'd like. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd take them down and, if I scroll. There we are. No. There we are, that's better, forgive me. Yeah, see if I can wander around the town, off the path, and then.
You see this tiefling
No.
is skipping stones off the coast. Looks a bit forlorn.
She gone, pal.
Whirls around and say, how do you know?
I know that look.
I mean, not so much gone as she is, like, taken, but yeah, I guess.
Where is she being taken?
Away to the forest.
By whom? Or rather, by who?
It's yeah, I'm not really meant to say anything about it, because they might cart me off as well.
What do you owe people who would cart you off for speaking your truth?
I know what you're thinking. I'm not, in trouble with the law or anything, but like, she did something that was, some of these people question a bit. She used any mouse word magic, and I mean, I guess I don't think I'll see her again. Usually, you don't see those people again. But
Well, that's not right.
It is what it is. We knew the risks, and yeah.
But that's not right.
I mean, they never really like. No, you know what? This is not your problem. Who are you again?
They call me the Mask.
Oh, it's a pretty cool name. They just call me, Beer, but.
Beer.
Beer, yeah.
Your problems are my problems.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Thanks.
No, it's not. It's the way of the world. It's collective responsibility that we share amongst one another.
Most people aren't really
So-
like that around here.
Yeah. Maybe so, but that's not right. And that's not good. And it would be wrong of us to be that way. They took her into the forest, you say.
Yeah.
Do you know where in the forest people like your sister / your mother / your lady friend are taken?
Her name's Lydia. She got taken. I don't really. I mean, no one really knows. It's kind of like a thing that the authority guys, the Dimoy, I guess, guards, whatever you want to call them. Most people just call them fucking assholes, but they just like to keep it very quiet where they take them. I mean, they already were looking at us because we, like, look different, right? So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I just won't see her again.
I am not a tolerator of tyranny, Beer. Forgive me. Allow me to join you by the water's edge. Hermit removes his overgrown park shield and begins to stroke it, sitting down. I, too, know the ways of magic. And while my friends are off attending to some of their own business, I would hear more of your tale while performing a small ritual with this here shield. If there is anything me and my companions can do, we, the Masks, will help you, and others like you who have had loved ones taken.
Huh. Well, if you're gonna do something like that, here, come. And he kind of descends from this grass outcropping into this like rocky area, so this guy especially can't see. I'm knocking these people here.
I'm really trying to unattune to an item here.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Amanda.
It's alright, I'll do it after I get.
He goes down on this rocky outcropping and says, I mean, you can do your ritual like down here. Just don't do it in front of them or you get carted off or whatever the fuck.
What are they going to do for stroking a shield?
I mean, some people that have come from the wooded area have said that they string them up in the trees to make an example. Some have said worse things. I don't
If anyone puts any string on my neck, pal, I'm going to eat it. And then I'm going to eat the hand that put it there.
Okay. He looks horrified. You eat hands and string?
Only if I go near my neck.
Hey, okay. I mean, it's a good boundary
That's why
to
they
have.
call me the mask.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah. Are they your friends? And at this point, unless you guys wanted to purchase anything else from the apothecary, you're free to exit out of the building.
I'm good. Lucy did try to be right back though. So.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you guys exit. You don't really spot Kremik because he's just moved down. But yeah. He'll nod at them and be like, "Are they your friends or?"
His half of his dome looks over the top of the you know, the I guess the little, I don't know, rock wall, the cliffside. And nod. Indeed, they too are masks.
Are you guys like adventurers or something, or are you like some kind of
No.
assassin?
We are not adventurers. We do not seek adventure, excitement, thrill. We are adjudicators, inquisitors, justiciars. We travel this world dispensing justice and equality wherever there is an imbalance. We shine light upon the darkness, good upon the evil, right upon the wrong, divinity over the wicked. We are the mask. And we have come for you, beer, to help.
I mean, I don't know how to thank you guys. I don't have any money. I don't have
We
any
need no thanks.
land.
We seek no reward. We need no gold. If we can, we will do something, as I said, for your lady/mother, Lydia, and others like you, I promise.
It's my sister.
Your sister, sorry.
It's alright. Don't apologize. You're helping me. You don't really need to. And
I've done nothing yet,
okay.
but we will try. That I swear.
He nods quite sagely. About at this point, you guys probably would see the horses up by the water, and you're kind of free to approach if you would like.
They do not like that dancing in the square like Tangled. Oh no, that.
I don't even know what that means. Orin just kind of waves as he walks up to the horse and.
Yeah, as Orin approaches, hey Orin, this is Beer.
Hi.
Hey, Beer. Nice to meet you.
And you?
Beer has been telling me some tales that I'll divulge to you as well, Orin. And you, Una. Hello, this is Beer.
Hi.
He's very nice. He's cool.
Okay. What is going on here?
We were just talking. I was taking horses to water. Have we any more business here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay. Well, then, as we depart, I will tell you the tales of what Beer has told me.
Oh.
Beer, we the mask. We'll discuss this matter as we continue our journey forth.
Oh, there is an apothecary, and if you wanted to buy something special, and I'll just sort of list off the things in case Hermit wants to buy any of them.
Come here's the thing. Suspicious items. Yes, I'll have 10 of those. I think I'm alright. I'm alright.
Okay,
In that case, let us be off.
let's go.
Good luck.
Tell me, Beer, where is this forest?
It's to the west, so you can see the start of it, like, up here.
Oh, I see. I see.
Good luck.
Yeah. We will do what we can. I wish you the best of luck, and I dearly hope you see Lydia again.
Thanks.
Bask. Move out.
What?
Let's go.
What?
What? Okay.
What is this mask you're talking about?
That's what they call me in this town.
But you don't have a mask.
So? You
What?
don't have an Una.
Okay, but that is different.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
My name's The Mask, like one word. The Mask. Some call me as well.
I'm not going to call you that, but okay, let's go.
It's only in this town.
Okay.
So what's over here?
Well, yeah, I want to look around. I want to make sure that, there's nobody listening nearby. I don't want to. So I'll take a peep for prying ears and eyes. Actually, I would like to make a perception check, especially looking for. Well, I would like to, look around, especially the sides of the houses, and like around the corners here. See if anyone's hiding, pooping, because I really don't want to endanger my new friend Bear. So I want to have a good look around before, I divulge anything.
Yep. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mom. And poop.
You have a good look around. You think there are eyes on you, but none of them are within earshot.
Okay. That's some comfort. So leaning in, is indeed the forest just at the edge of town. Spellcasters like Pierre's sister Lydia have been taken to the forest, where some say they're strung up and made an example of. It's dreadful, really. The people around here truly hate magic. Fear it. I told Beard that if we had the time, we would look into this. But I think this is part of a wider problem with this place, one that we can't simply fix overnight. Still, if we go through the forest, I would like to keep an eye out for any such camps or people strung up on branches or guards,
I agree. I do think it is a bit more of a systemic problem than something we can fix. I mean, what are we gonna kill townsfolk? They're wrong, but
No, of course. Still,
I just also we have 6.5 days to find
of
the city.
course.
We're dead.
Listen, only if we have the time. Because if we can, I would like to find Lydia. It would be nice.
On the opposite side, we only have 6.5 days, so hopefully we can finish it up before then, and then maybe we can check it out.
Indeed, that would be good. So I think onward. What say you, Una?
Onward sounds good.
Una, are you really scared because everyone around here hates magic?
No.
Okay. That's good.
Why would I be scared when what I can do?
You are so terrifying.
They have reason to be scared of me, I suppose.
You are so scary.
Hmm.
I am literally mortified of you.
I hope not.
I am, but with great reverence as well. In the same way that I feared that almighty red dragon that's camped out at your house.
Hmm. He is going to protect that for me and make it his own, I think.
Yes, but I'm terrified of him in the same way that I think he's brilliant, you know.
Hmm.
Hand in hand.
Exactly.
You evoke that feeling in me.
Oh. I don't know if I am comparable to a dragon.
But I just did, right?
Well, you did, yes.
Thank you for acknowledging and validating my comparison. Now, it's best we leave town. There are indeed prying guys still. We make a
I've
move.
got no objections to leaving.
The way to
Oh boy, we
Arkenos?
dash.
Sorry, the way to Arkenos is down across this bridge and further onward.
Yep, boy. I need to zoom outies.
Some of the townsfolk stare at you as you walk. You see the woman from the apothecary in the window waves. Have a good journey. Be safe.
No.
Who's the guy in my garden?
Hmm?
Who's the guy in our garden?
Who knows?
Oh, he looks like I'd really like him.
Oh my god. What do you mean?
He looks like he might be a warforged.
Oh, right. I thought you meant something else.
What the hell do you think I mean?
I thought you were finding another token to romance.
Oh, no. Una's happy.
Ah,
Oh.
I'm glad you've met a man who fulfills your emotional, spiritual, and physical needs.
We'll find one for you.
Aw, man.
Very good. You guys meander onward. You bypass a few more towns after Alea. You bypass a town called Neakios. You
Ooh.
bypass a town called Skyros. And then a few hours later, you bypass a town called Asiros. Eventually, though, as you rise past this town, Asiros, you can see at the top of this hill, as you peer down, as if, like, you know, this original picture I have here, the town of Arkenos, the city of Arkenos, the capital of Olympia. You notice there are great walls surrounding this city. You can actually hear it from where you stand on top of this mountain. You can hear the bustle and the sound of horses and the sound of shouting. These kind of looming gates appear before you. They are made of tall, very well fortified stone. You can see there are kind of little ant-like gold-clad Kratos soldiers who are patrolling the periphery. They have these like small beasts kind of accompanying them, like dog-sized beasts. And eventually, I suppose you guys have this beautiful view of Arkenos and start to approach the front gates.
Yeah.
Yay!
Orin's gonna make sure like his hood is up and drawn.
Sure, absolutely. You see foot traffic gets a lot more dense, especially as you're approaching the capital. A lot of converging roads, although dirt, still bring many people forward from the north. There are a few refugees you could recognize, maybe from Crescent Grove, maybe from somewhere else. Yeah, you guys eventually can pull yourselves out at the top.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm always pulling my token out first. I need to pull the horse out first. So that the horse doesn't sit on me.
I didn't do it last time. The horse is sitting on you. Yeah, look, it's me and my horse.
Ran through the horn. Oh, don't get squishy.
Yeah, you guys approach the front gates. You can see, oh my god, Ghibli, what the fuck? You can see below the sounds of people speaking. You can see this kind of white stone, sheer ridge, bare grass. There's a lot of browns. The southern part of Arvindor, the actual plain itself, seems to be a lot more sparse, a lot more barren and dry, a lot more rocky, whereas the north is very lush. My cat just lost my Apple Pen. My god. Yeah, but you guys are free to move around. He leapt on my lap and scrambled everything. So, yeah, you guys are free to move around.
Yeah.
Oh, Ghibli.
Your mother is disappointed in you, Gibbles.
Gibbles. Ah.
You see there's a small lineup at the front gates.
What and what is that?
I don't remember.
I point at this building over here. Oren, what is that?
Looks like a fishmonger.
I point at this tree. Oren, what is that?
An oak tree.
I point at this gun thing over here. Oren, what is that?
Looks like a large crossbow.
No further questions.
See some of these travelers are, taking rest, repairing things. There's like this kind of general bustle and hustle. There's people calling out to each other. At some point, as you guys kind of reach the back of this line, you hear the sounds of galloping. Fast
clear the way.
approaching behind you with a look of fear in her eyes, you see Penelope. She's...
Oh, no.
She comes to like a screeching halt with this horse, and she's kind of in disarray. Her eyes are wild, her hair is kind of tousled. She looks like she's got this sweet sleen of sweat, sleen of sweat across her brow. And she looks between you all and she says, I need your help. They took my father. They took him away.
Who took him?
Townsfolk. They must have just saw us, they must have heard us talking about, and they took him into the forest, and I need your help. Please help him. He's everything to me.
I cannot ignore a direct plea.
Right. Okay, okay, take us to him.
All right. She turns and starts to canter as hard as she can away.
Oh, this is the trap. This is the ambush. The most elaborate ambush ruse ever.
She's like,
maybe
let them
not.
go on for a few hours.
Maybe not Una, but Kremek would see Orin sort of shift his bracers to cover like a blood-soaked undershirt.
Blood-soaked undershirt.
What?
The hell?
Hurt. He's just hurt. That's all.
Oh. Was he hurt before?
Yeah, he's been hurt the whole time.
Okay. I was
Oh.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was
What's
like,
happening
huh?
with you?
I'm looking at this guy's HP and I'm like, did he just take 37 damage from Penelope? What the hell?
No. I was just trying to figure out a way to, like, in character, be like, homeboy's almost at half health.
Yeah. Well, no, that's true. No, even so, I think.
You guys see behind you the gates of Arkenos are open. You see the line starting to clear. You see this woman is allowed entry. She's called in. The man approaches. You are so close, if you so wish. In the distance, you see Penelope on her horse. She looks very scared and desperate. And she's kind of waiting, and this horse is kind of kicking its legs up impatiently, as if it kind of senses the urgency of what's happening. What do you guys want to do?
You know, Kremik goes to ride off, but then it looks at Orin.
And it looks at Orin as well.
Orin is very conflicted.
We were only like a few hours gone from them. Did she say how soon after we left they got them, or like has she been riding for hours after us, or is it like
She hasn't said anything other than, like, please help. My dad got taken.
I guess I kind of have to. Does with whatever I'm about to roll, if I can roll an insight, would she seem sus or genuine?
Sure. How are you looking for it?
Right.
Doesn't matter.
It might. You don't know what I'm gonna roll.
True. I guess like looking at her mannerisms, like do they look genuine or fake? Does she look actually scared, or does she look more impatient?
She, you kind of examine her. She started to gallop away now. It's kind of hard to get a good look on the back of her head, but when she kind of turns around, you can see that she herself has a few, like, scratches and scars. You can see there's a bruise kind of blossoming along her neck. You can see that her clothes are torn in places, and, like, scrunched up as if she, through great struggle, has evaded whatever has transpired. From her expression, any kind of, you know, ruse that this might be, either she's a really good actress or her dad is about to be executed and she is desperate for help. You don't sense anything disgenuine or ingenuine. But you guys hear, next! And the next person's called forward.
Well, I feel like I need to listen to the dice because my brain was broken. Orin nods to the other two and follows after. Because I just rolled 100 and a D100.
Meow. Oh boy, we riding. Come on, Lacey, there's no time.
Una, you going?
yeah?
You guys turn at the cusp of Arkenos at the front gates and start to move after Penelope and her distressed father. And we'll be picking up next session on that, finding out what happened here, and hopefully
I must
with
say,
Arkenos.
Darren.
So yeah, that's the end of session for today at
Thank
least.
you, chat. I am very conflicted, but I simply cannot reject the call of an NPC for a noble hero.
So
Simply
I
must.
think Orin 9 times out of 10 would go help, but this deadline and where they're at is very much so spooking them.
yeah, and you know the
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
It's
Still
quite
got like 6.5 days will be good, I think.
Yeah, just because the forest seems like it's within a few hours of us, right? So it's not as bad as I thought. It seems like yeah. I don't know. It's all very exciting.
Who knows?
All very exciting.
Oh, who knows?
I know that it's all very exciting. I know that, right? I know that for sure. And I don't know. There's something very appealing to me about searching this forest for I don't know, some kind of camp or assaulting it. I don't know. It just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Let's go. Awesome. Did you want to outro us?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, everyone. Thank you so much for joining that session. Hey, we promised you guys we'd get to Arkenos. We just didn't say whether or not we'd go inside, right? So once again, thank you to Planning for Shanti for sponsoring this episode. It's been a great time.
They
My
definitely
name is
did.
Blitzmonk, aka The Mask, and I'm signing out.
Bye, y'all. See you next week.
See you guys.